Let's see if this works. Okay, I am live, randomly live today. I was just gonna paint my room while my son is napping, and then I was like, you know what, why not go live? And so that's why I'm here. So if you're here, hang out with me. I'm gonna light a candle. Oh my god, I got these amazing candles from Bath & Body, and they're just to die for. See if anyone pops on here today. I know people are probably mostly busy. It's a Saturday. But I just thought, why not, right? Why not come and hang out? Go candle go. There we go. And there's people here. If you're here, pop in the chat and say hey, because I'd love to chat with you. Okay, hold on. Let's get this chat out. Say hey, where are you from? There we go. Hello. Hi guys. Welcome, welcome. I don't really have like too much of an agenda here. I was just gonna come up to my office and paint anyway, and I thought, you know what, I might as well just go live and chat with people while I do that, because it's always fun. And I can always answer questions if you guys are interested in asking any. Oh, hi mom. Always, eh? Hi to you in Northern Ireland, Pennsylvania, Oregon. Hi from BC. Welcome, guys. Do you burn soy candles or traditional? Soy, I've never heard of soy candles. Just traditional. Hi to you in Oklahoma, Michigan, Toronto. That's close. Lake Tahoe. I swear I hear the baby crying, and I just went live. Like, what the poop? Hopefully he puts himself back down. Come on. Anyway, welcome. So, it is Saturday, and both my kids went back to school, or to school-ish, for the first time this week. My older son just started grade 1, and my little one went to daycare for the very first time, and it was so hard. Felt a little traumatizing because he had never been away from us, but he did pretty well. Towards the end of the week is when he got a little bit more upset. Oh, he is awake and crying. Come on, kid. This may not be a very long video, but it's all good. But yeah, it was pretty good. So I did get in the mail, which I kind of wanted to unbox and like just swatch. I got the new Paul Rubens 5th generation artist level watercolors, but it's like the 48 pack. I love their watercolors. Their pan watercolors are some of my favorite. Maybe I'll do a full screen here. How old is your little one? He is almost 2.5. My older son is 6, and then I have a 2.5-year-old. Can you paint a limited landscape for us today? Limited palette landscape. Maybe. I'm gonna have to see now because the baby woke up. Man. My husband's there, but he's already had them a lot this morning. I feel really bad. Yeah, so there's 48 colors in here, and it's their professional line, and I really love them. I have the tubes, and I have the smaller pan of this, and so the fact that there's more colors in here is like exciting. So it comes with a little information card, and then obviously the swatch card, which is fun, and then ta-da, all the colors. So I'm going to be unwrapping these, which is a pain in the butt, but I just want to make sure they're all in the right order. Cadmium yellow, yes. It's weird. They have a silver and a gold, and they're like throughout. I guess it's just by color, but it's interesting placement. There's so many good colors in here. So I kind of want to do that. And I'm going to try and answer questions. Excuse me. While we do this. So I'm not going to swatch it just yet. I'm just going to try and unwrap them. And then I will do that. So I can put I can put my face here. Just ordered your botanical set. Can't wait till they come. Oh, yay. Yes, they are back in stock, I think. Can he join us? The little one join us? My older one could, because he listens better. The 2-year-old, not so much. He, especially right when he wakes up, he's a monster. He's not a monster, but he just is a bit emotional when he wakes up. Why is it so hard to open? Are there any granulating colors? I don't know. Do they have any of the information? Transparency, color carrier, Arabic gum, weathering resistant. So I guess that's the light fast rating. 5 stars. Interesting. Translucency. Well, that's a silver one. Let me see if it has one. If it has a... Ugh. Looks like a really pretty silver though. Some of these are always a pain to pop off. Transparency, full coverage. It doesn't look like it says anything about granulation on them. I don't think they are. Is he awake?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to stop?
No,
I just started.
No, go.
Is he awake though?
Yes.
That wasn't even an hour.
I know. He's awake. I love you. Do your thing.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
I had plenty of time this morning. I love you. I got you.
I'm sorry.
Are you live?
Yeah.
Is anybody here yet?
No. Yeah.
Oh, hi everyone.
Here.
Hello.
How old is he? My husband? No, my kid. I think. 2.5.
Okay. Bye. I'll bring him in.
I don't. Okay. Well, he might be grouchy, but.
I'll judge it.
Okay. Oh, and I'm hot. Oh, I need the fan. I'm freaking hot in here. What does it mean, granulating? So granulation happens when subpigments. Correct me if I'm wrong, because some people are very like, no, this is what it is. Granulation is when the pigments, I feel like, are not as finely ground. They're a bit chunkier, so it causes separation between the paint colors. So I have a video on it, so if you're interested after watching the live, you can just type in Emma Lefebvre granulating watercolors or granulation, and the video will come up and I give an example of them. But it's pretty cool. When I first started painting, I really did not like granulating colors at all. But then I kind of like, as I explored them a bit more, I found a bit more of like a use for them. It's really cool for like textures within your landscape paintings and everything like that. But they can be a lot of fun. So I don't believe many of these are granulating. They don't tend to be, which I tend to like better, because I find when you have like a couple granulating colors and then you know, the rest are just like flatter colors, it doesn't mesh well together. Oh, interesting. There's like a gold one. It's like, looks like it was just dried to the side, but these shiny pigments they look different than typical ones. You're amazing for watching the little guy. Terrible twos, toddlers. I love children so much. You know what? I'm very grateful. He's a very good toddler. Like, he's such a sweet toddler, and he's not that crazy, but it's just like his meltdowns can be a little bit epic, but I mean, I get it. I find also with the second one, I'm like, you're okay. Feel your feelings, do your thing. Yeah, some of these are odd. Not odd, not in a bad way, but I don't know if you can see. Hold on, let it focus. They're a bit more shinier. See that? I'm curious to how they're gonna swatch. We'll paint. Ooh, face. There we go. Hey Emma and everyone else. Hi. How do you decide what to paint? Do you start with the subject or colors or something else? Usually the subject is how I gotta take this out. This is driving me nuts. This is like the worst part of getting a brand new palette. I love swatching, but I hate taking the paints out. It is a pain in the butt. Usually I find a subject that I want to paint, and then I will go from there and then figure out the color palette and all that stuff. But it gets tough trying to figure out what you want to paint, especially recently. I don't know. With the fall coming, it's going to be a little bit easier because I love painting fall things. But it's just, excuse me, it can be hard to figure out what you want to do. And if you're not inspired, don't push yourself if you're not inspired by something. Wait until something really inspires you, because I find if you just push yourself too hard to paint when you're not feeling it, you'll start resenting it because it won't turn out as well as you like. And I get that feeling a lot. So don't push yourself. What are we doing today? What paints are we playing with today? So this is the Paul Rubens. This is the 48 pan set of their 5th generation artist colors. If you show him what I'm doing, he's going to want to do this.
Okay, that's true.
I mean...
Here, just say quick hi.
Okay, come here.
Say quick hi.
Hi. Hi, Grumpy.
Say quick hi.
Here, come here. Mommy's taking out the paints. Are you going to help me?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you say hi? There's people.
Hi.
Say hi. What's your name? What's your name?
Miles.
What?
Miles.
Mayos. See the paints? See, Mommy's taking the labels off. Do you want me to give it to you to take off? Oh, this one's stuck. Oh, these are like wetter paints, which I actually tend to like because they tend to re-wet a little bit better. Here, can you take this one off? See if you can rip that part off. Here, you do it. 2 hands. 2 hands. Put you to work. Oh, you got it. What color is that? What color?
Where?
Red.
Okay, here, let's go play with Noah. Ready to
You
say
wanna play with
bye,
Noah?
everybody.
Say bye. 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 I love you.
Bye. Have a great day.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Do you have any warm-up exercises you start with? Not when I'm painting necessarily. Like I don't like warm up before every painting session, especially if I'm feeling inspired by something. Sometimes I'll just go right in, which isn't always the best thing to do because then I tend to mess up a lot. So that's fine. But yeah, sometimes I'll do like a quick mini painting before I start filming for the day for work, like for my tutorials, and then I will paint. And usually, just because it's me, it's usually a flower of some sort. It's my comfort zone. I know I can't really go wrong, painting a flower. I mean, I can, but I tend to do a better job when it's a flower. Okay, halfway done, people. Halfway. And I know some people like to keep the labels, but I don't got time for organizing. And they're not sticky labels, so can't stick them to things. But yeah, I don't usually do a warm-up painting. I should, though. I think that's part of, now that both boys are in school and daycare, and I have more time, excuse me. And also, I don't know if you guys understand how big this is. This is the first time in 6 years my husband and I get a full 5-day workday each, because we've been working together. Well, he was working, he had his own business when we had Noah, and so I was full-time at home with Noah. So I haven't worked, and I was teaching kindergarten before that. I was a full-time mom then, and then I started slowly doing tutorials, and I was working during nap times. And then when COVID hit, he lost his business, and he started working with me, and he was editing and just becoming kind of like my manager. So this is the first time in like almost 6 years where we both get a full 5-day work week, which is huge, because now I'm like, we can do so many more things. We can, like, take our time and really put more effort into everything and start new adventures, which there are some exciting things coming up business-wise for me, which I'm very excited about. So this is huge, and I'm very, very excited. So this is a big, big deal. And last week was our first week. We had 4 days because there was a holiday, but it was really nice. I got to clean my house, which is impossible if you have 2 little kids. You can't keep it clean. They just mess it up. But they were gone all day, so it was great. But yeah, so that's that. Oh my god, this takes forever. Usually I do this off camera, but I thought I'd chat and answer questions while I'm doing this tedious part. 48 colors. These colors look really cool. Like, I do love a new palette. It's so fun. And I'm also, well, all of us are kind of getting over a bit of a cold. So if I cough or sniffle, I'm sorry, but this is what you're going to get today. Hopefully I won't have a coughing attack, because that also happens. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Some fun things that are coming up. I have some fun collaborations with Craftimo coming up soon. Like product-wise. Guys, I'm so excited. I'm very, very excited. There might be an advent calendar coming out, which I'm very excited about. And then a new set of boxes that are going to be kind of different. Lots of fun stuff coming up there. What else? Oh, I've been in contacts with the company Uptrek, which if you guys have seen a bunch of other artists, you'll know that they have all kind of done these like art retreats, and I have just been sitting brooding in my office going, you know, I want to do this. I want to do this so bad. Just so jealous of everybody who's been doing these really cool art retreats. And finally I had a meeting this week with Uptrek about a possible one for next year, and I am so excited because not only is it going to be amazing, I've never traveled outside of Canada and the US before. I went to Cuba twice, but I've never been to Europe. So it's very exciting stuff that I would be able to get to go somewhere in Europe possibly and teach people to paint and connect with people who love things that I do. I'm just like so excited. So lots of fun things coming up. Okay, finally took all those off and I can start swatching them. And then we can also continue to chat. Oh my god. And I did just clean my office, but it's messy again. Okay, I'm gonna put this back in. How's Oliver doing with the kids? Oliver's our dog. He's wonderful. He's been really good. He's getting a little bit older. He doesn't seem to be slowing down though. He's gonna be 9 in 2 days. My baby. But he's been doing pretty good. So I really have to blow my nose, but I don't want to do it on camera. Okay, so let me do this and we will start swatching. All right, so this is the Paul Rubens, like I said, they're 5th generation artist level solid watercolors. I always love their pan palettes. They're really, really nice. These look very shiny and not very like chalky or anything like that. I don't know, when watercolors kind of look like this, to me it feels a bit more promising. I tend to like the texture better of them, and they activate really well. So I'm curious about that. So I'm going to start swatching. Okay, I don't know. Hold on. How? One second. I don't know who you are. Oh God. Okay. How do you find user on this channel? I don't know what that means. There we go. I smell a troll, yeah. I know. I'm just trying to delete them. I don't know how to do that. Anyway, I think I did it. Okay. So white, you can't really see anyway, but it's fine. Just do a little bit of white there, even though you can't see it. All right. I'm curious about this silver. It looks like a white silver, like not like a gray silver, which is interesting. Yeah, you can't really see it, but it's very like a white. Maybe I'll wait for that to dry so you can see a bit. There we go. So yeah, these activate. They're so pigmented and they activate so quickly. Like it takes almost nothing to pick up pigment, which I love that in a good watercolor. Like when I find that you have to swipe and swipe and swipe to really trying to get a color up, I find it a little frustrating. These are just like 1, 2, 3. Look how pigmented that is. That's insane. I do love Paul Rubens. I really do. The only thing I wish about Paul Rubens is that they had, or they sold individual individual tubes. You know, they were a bit more accessible. Like, look at these colors. So we have Naples yellow, which is beautiful. It's like this kind of like pastel-y yellow. Lemon yellow, cadmium yellow light, cadmium yellow medium. Chromium yellow, hue deep, Indian yellow, earth yellow, which is like a yellow older ochre almost. Okay, here's gold, which I'm curious about. Okay, that's not as pigmented. Like, it's nice, but it's a little bit more on the transparent side, which is interesting. When it dries, it'll be nicer. We got golden yellow ochre. I've never seen that color. It's a bit more on the transparent side. Then we have transparent yellow, which always looks gross in the pan, but then it's like beautiful. Reminds me of like a sunset. It's so gorgeous. Amy said, I love my Paul Rubens neon color set. Yeah, they have really good quality paints. I really do enjoy them. Chromium orange hue. The real test for me will be when I get to the greens. You guys know that's my favorite. Ooh, I like transparent orange. I'm really digging like the transparent colors too. This transparent yellow is so beautiful. Obsessed. The colors are vibrant, right? And it takes like nothing to activate them. Cadmium red light, that's so nice. This one's going to be burnt sienna. That's a weird place to put the burnt sienna, but okay. Ooh, I love a good burnt sienna too. So many yellows that I never knew I needed all of them. Yeah, typically I'm like, I don't care for that many yellows, like, but there are some really nice ones. Okay, Pyrrole Ruby Red. I love this red. Like, look how intense that red is. We'll try and go closer too. Like, it's so beautiful. Will you be coming out with any new brush sets or bringing any of the Craftimo sets back? Yes. Which one? Actually, let me just look at the website quickly. Because I can't remember when they said. Craftimo. Okay. Ooh. Oh, they're back in stock. Okay, so my brushes, my botanical set are back in stock now. Okay, so maybe I'll do another video just kind of using that. Love these brushes. They're fun for botanicals and stuff like that. And then my original Craftimo signature set is also available at craftimo.com. And then some of the boxes are still for sale too. Not all of them. Like October sold out, September sold out, January sold out, but we still have, you know, the February, May, June, April, August. I really liked August. July and December are still there. November I think is sold out. But yeah. So there's still some boxes, still brushes. I'll have to make an announcement that the brushes are back in stock because they just came back in stock. We just did another run of them. You talked about greens as I was going to mention them. Yeah, I'm excited for the greens. Wait, did I just do that one? No. Pyro red? No. Focus. Like, look how many reds you have too. Like the options of red. The Perline Maroon. Oh, it's such a beautiful, like, yummy fall color. Yeah, I said yummy fall color. Venetian red. I don't feel like I've ever used Venetian red. Indian red. Same with Indian red. They're kind of like a little bit too opaque for me. Don't love them. agate brown. There's a lot of browns though. There's some beautiful browns. This is really nice. Andyke. Or is that supposed to be Van Dyke brown? Ooh, that's a nice deep. I feel like that's supposed to be Van Dyke brown, but that's okay. I love the boxes. I'm waiting for September. So I don't know if I don't think any of the boxes are going to be coming back in stock of the old ones. I don't think they're rerunning those. I think they're gone. But I'm working on, I'm going to do this. I'm working on some really exciting stuff with them for 2025. So like a new set of boxes, but they're not monthly. I'll say that. It's more quarterly. So you'll get more in the boxes, but then also have tutorials every month. That's kind of how it's going to work. It's like you get the set box for the quarter and it has a bunch more stuff in it, which is really exciting. And then each month a new tutorial based on those supplies will be released. And that way also for shipping costs too, I'm going to switch my water because now I'm going to go into the blues. Also for the shipping costs, because I know shipping was just a lot for everybody because they do ship worldwide and shipping costs every month was getting a little bit much. So then it's just one shipping cost for the quarter of the boxes, which is, I find is nice. Ooh. Translucent turquoise. That cobalt turquoise is nice. This is cobalt blue light. I do love a cobalt blue. But yeah, the boxes are going to have different themes. It's really fun. So just wait because it's going to get good, guys. Azure hue. It's a nice blue. Some good blues in here too. I love your videos, so I subscribe. Thank you, Jordy. I appreciate all of your subscriptions, guys. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, you should do that. Do that now. Ooh, Berlin blue is pretty. It helps out my channel. And then you also get notified every time. Hold on. I already did that one. You also get notified every time a new video comes out. Cobalt. Next one. Pay attention, Emma. I'm 13 and I love painting. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for being here. If you're starting at 13, you're going to go far. I wish I started doing this kind of stuff at 13. I mean, I was always painting and drawing as a kid, like always. Like I would come home after school and just sit in front of my TV, watch my favorite shows, but I'd always have my sketchbook in front of me and draw, and I was not very good. I will tell you that now. It's not like I was a gifted artist as a young kid by any means. My mom always did encourage me and go, "You're doing great," but she was a freaking liar because I sucked. And she actually even said that to me later on in life. She goes, "You weren't great, but I just kept on pushing you, and see all the practice, and I was not the best." So just keep going, keep practicing, and you'll get better. So keep going, especially if you're starting that young. It's amazing. Okay, I just dipped my hand in the paint. Focus. All right. Ooh, I love Inthrondone blue. Almost looks like blue jeans to me. I don't know why, but they're really pretty. It was this one, right? That's purple. That's purple. Yes. Okay. Just join. What paints are you swatching? I'm swatching the new Paul Rubens 48 set of their 5th generation. I think I did that wrong. Is that Inthrondone blue as well? No, that's indigo. Wait, is that indigo? What is this? Nope, that's indigo. I did the same thing over and over again. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Just go over. Indigo's darker anyway. These are the 5th generation Paul Rubens paints. 48 colors. I will add the links to the description later when I'm done. I'm pretty sure I have them sent from Paul Rubens to me. So I will try and add links in the description when the video is over. We have May green, we have sap green. See, this sap green looks a little bit more like artificial than usual. Okay, this is oriental green. That looks like an emerald green. Okay, olive green, which I love. Like, it really takes nothing to activate these. I think it should be on Amazon, but I will double check after. Love my olive green. This is olive green dark, which is another pretty one. That kind of looks like a hooker's green dark. This one's really nice too. Cobalt turquoise dark. It's a bit more opaque. Kind of creamy. Is Mei Liang like Paul Rubens? Yes. They are kind of like from the same company. The paints are a little bit different. I think Paul Rubens, excuse me, is a bit like, these are higher quality, like more professional. But the Mei Liang ones are also really, really nice. You can kind of gauge by the price points, but both are great. Actually, I wonder if I should dig out my Mei Liang one, because I think I have the 48 set as well. And just compare colors. Black. Okay, so there's the colors. So pretty. Let me see, because this is, I have this one. I think this is the 24 though. Nope, it's the 48. So this is the Mei Liang one. Excuse me. And then this is the Paul Rubens one. So yeah, these are a little bit less, they're less expensive, the Mei Liang ones. A bit more student-y grade, but they're still really good. I think I have the swatch cards somewhere. Where did I see them? Oh, here, hold on. Is this it? Yes. Let's compare the swatch cards. Okay. Also, oh no, this is a different one. I have two Mei Liang palettes somewhere else. Okay, this is not the one I have the swatch. Wait, hold on. Oh, this is the 52 color. I never swatched these on this card. But I do have another one somewhere in here, I think. Nope, no idea where it is. Did I give that one away? I think I did give that one away. I think I gave my, yeah, I think I gave my 48 set to my mother-in-law. But, and that their 48 set came with a bunch of the, what's it called? The metallics. But, like, as you can look from the swatches, like, these are still beautiful quality, too. Like, and I did this a long time ago. A lot of the same colors, but the pigments are gorgeous. So, whatever you go with, whatever is the better price point at the time, you can't lose. But these are a bit bigger. They have a bit more to them. And I think they are a bit more better quality. But there's also a lot of fun colors, like this lavendery one, and they're absolutely gorgeous. Is this the one? Yeah, yellow champagne. Like, I just want to swatch one of these for you. I think that this is the sky blue. Beside, or is it the cornflower blue? I don't know. Marine blue. Oh, I could probably do this. So we have ultramarine, cobalt, manganese. This is cornflower blue, but like, look. Where did I put it? Right here. Like, that's gorgeous. Obsessed with that color right now. Okay. So yeah, whatever works for you, but these are beautiful. Love these. Definitely check them out. I will try and find the description. Or the, what's it called? You know, the thing. I'm so good at talking today. But yeah, okay. So I can paint something really quick. I am going to go and change my water really, really quick. And then I'll be right back. I'm going to mute this so I can go blow my nose too. One sec. Okay, I'm here. Super fast. Super fast. All right. Where'd you get those paint palettes? Amazon. I'm in the US and I found them on Amazon. I have a YouTube channel about painting. Oh, it's so good. Paul Rubens, Have Top Colors Mailing, Van Gogh. Okay. Okay, so what to paint? I don't know. I have some paper here. We can paint something quickly together. I'll just show you quickly, just like, this was a Patreon tutorial that I just did with some fun fall colors. And then these two are YouTube tutorials that are coming out next week, which I love how this one turned out. I'm so mad though. So something happened with our computers and our camera when I was filming this. There's a bunch of parts where it pauses and like freezes. Like you can still hear me explaining, but like my hand's like stuck like this and it's just frozen and it's super frustrating. So I apologize for that, but I did not want to redo it again. It takes a lot. And then this one's like a quick 10-minute flower painting, which is a lot of fun. So these are coming out next week. My schedule for YouTube is changing a little bit. We're trying to figure out like what the best release days are where people are like to optimize views on my channel. So this week we're trying, usually I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The summer I was doing, was it Monday and Wednesday because I went down in videos. I think I did one video a week for a bit there. Summer was busy with both kids home. But now that we're back to normal, oops, of course I ripped the painting. But now that we're back to normal, I'm going to try and get back to my 3 videos a week. And this week is going to be Tuesday, oh my gosh, Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. So just be on the lookout. But I love this one. This is fun. Okay. I really wish Paul Rubens had a build your own palette option. I know, right? Oh my gosh, if you could like choose your colors, because there's a lot of colors I love in here, but I don't use them all, so it's kind of like, I don't know. But yeah, totally. Okay, what should I paint? I don't know. Can you paint a kitten painting right now? I don't like painting cats, to be honest. It's hard. But you know what? Maybe I'll just show you. No, I can't paint a cat right now. That will stress me out. I kind of want to do like fall flowers or something. I don't know though. I love cats, but I don't like painting them. I find them very frustrating. I'm just not great at them. And it's not something that I can just, whip up. The mushroom one is super cute. Thank you. Landscape. Oh, someone asked for a landscape before. Okay, you know what? I've been doing this kind of way of painting a landscape recently, which I really enjoyed. So maybe I'll do that for you. And it's quite fast. I put the tape somewhere in this room. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when I clean. I forget where I put things, but also then it gets messy again. So it's not actually clean in here. Where's my green tape? Is it under there? Maybe I'll just do... Okay, I have this tape here. Okay, I'm going to do... I just want to do half of the paper. Okay, fall colors. Fall colors. Fall colors. Okay, I'm going to do a little painting. Not little, but... I'm like, maybe. So I do have to get back to the kids. Because I was not anticipating this. Do I go this way? Yeah, let's do a nice fall. I'm going to do, okay. So I'm going to show you this kind of technique that I've been doing more recently. I start with like this crazy like wet on wet where everything's bleeding into each other kind of. And then once it dries, you do the detail. But it's super fun and I like the way it looks. Okay. So I'm going to do a fall-ish landscape. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush, which is a big flat wash brush, and I'm just going to wet the whole background. Okay. Because I find that the colors will blend together way better when you have a wet background instead of just like doing them and then blending them as you go. It also helps keep them all the same amount of wetness, which prevents that that like bloom, that cauliflower bloom mark, okay? So I'm just making it nice and wet. I'm using my Academy watercolor paper, so it's on a block, so everything's glued down to the sides. I'm just using the tape just to separate the page, just so I can do only half. But if you have to, I would, if you're working on like a singular piece of paper or a sketchbook, I would tape down the sides just to keep it flat. Okay. It's really bothering me that the order of the paints go from pinks to cool blues. I know. There's sometimes where like orders of paints, I'm just like, why? Why do you do this? But it's fine. Okay, I want it like a nice kind of sky. Ooh, where's that transparent yellow? Okay, where did I put the thing? Is that it? Yeah, the transparent yellow is the last yellow. I want this for like the sky a bit, where it's just getting a kind of like golden hour almost. Oops, it's fine. So transparent yellow into a little bit of pink. The only thing that I don't like with the new palette is like I have to remember where everything is. Into a pink. I want it a little bit more rosy here. And I'm just going to swipe it back and forth. But see how you work when you work on a, oh no, that's red. That's more pink. When you work more on a wet surface, they blend in way better together. Okay, so I'm just going back and forth, trying to blend it out nicely. And I just took a bunch of yellow up there, which I didn't want to do, but that's okay. Because I want a little bit of blue up there. Like, what kind of blue do I want? That's pretty bright, but that's okay. Let's go light. It's actually kind of ballsy working with a palette that you don't really know the colors that well. Okay, I'm just going back and forth. Gonna mix it in a little bit with the pink. It's getting a little bit muddy just because I had a little bit of that yellow. But that's okay. Maybe it's a fun kind of darker sunset. Just gonna bring it down here, so see how it's getting kind of muddy. That's okay. And then I brought it back up, so now some of that pink is up there. I'm not off to the best start here, but that's okay. Does not have to be perfect, guys. I just want a nice sky. I'm gonna grab a little bit of orange and just do some orange kind of coming in down here, like so. Okay, that's fine for now. A little bit more blue up here. Could even go a little bit warmer with the blue. We'll see how this goes. Okay, then I want to get some green. I'm going to go for my olive green because I want it to be a bit more like sun-kissed green. So olive green tends to have a bit more of that yellow in it and like brown, which I find looks really nice for like a golden hour. You can even grab some yellow, or what is that? Orange even, to get that kind of golden green. Let's get some orange in there. It's like they're starting to turn, but they haven't turned yet. You know, when they start to get kind of golden orange. A little bit of green in there still. Get a little bit more that transparent orange. And if you mix it a little bit, that's fine, because I kind of like when it's, oops, I keep turning my foot massager on. I kind of like when they mix together. I'm going to just bring some of this down. But see how you get that kind of really warm glow when you use the orange and the yellows and the olive. It's going to be a bit darker as we come forward, so I can even grab some of the darker olive green. You know what? I would even grab just olive green and then mix it with some brown. That's black. The browns are up here. I'm just playing around. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to start dropping in more color with my other brush. So I want more orange. Okay, it's going to be like there's orange trees, green trees. I don't want it to be too orange though. Where are the browns again? Browns are second row. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a nice one. Kind of lost a little bit of that yellow sky. That's okay. Get a bit more green. Oh, those pesky foot massagers. Thanks, Matt. I'm always resting my foot on it instead of using it. I need to use it a bit better. I'm just gonna, you know what, you can even put, let's like drop some like yellows in there, like there's sunflowers. I'm gonna grab some yellow. Maybe there's gonna be like sunflowers and stuff over here. So, could be like a little sunflower field. Meh? Huh? Just going with the flow here, guys. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try it. So I start with these really loose shapes and just like it kind of looks like a landscape, but it looks like a landscape that's exploded. So I'm just tapping. I want to get some green in between the sunflowers, so maybe I'll do like some stems while it's still wet. You'll see how this all comes together in the end, I promise. It looks a little crazy right now, but it's okay. It will look better, I think. I think. Maybe pearly maroon? Just some darker trees and stuff over here. I feel like the sky doesn't really go well with it, but see, and like this is a muddy mess. Like it's not perfect by any means. It's kind of a mess here, but it's okay. We're playing around, we're figuring things out. I'm gonna add some of the cadmium, like yellow, the darker yellow, just for a little bit more golden. I'm just kind of doing these like little, not petal shapes, but little strokes, so it looks like maybe there's flowers there. I feel like that's too light of a yellow, or too orange of a yellow. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Just trying to do some more up close. Okay, so it looks a little weird, right? Right. Now I'm going to dry it, and then we'll do the detail over top of it. And see if it works out. And if it doesn't, then you can see me mess up. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to mute this while I dry this because it's just obnoxious. Okay, it's kind of dry, mostly dry. We'll see how it works. So now I'm going to do the detail over top. Still not going to be super detailed, so don't get worried that you have to be very detailed with this. You don't. Just reading some of the comments. Sue said, I'm trying to loosen my painting style, but I keep tightening up. Should I fight it or go with it? So I always try to get looser too, because I see some people do these like really loose landscapes, and I'm like, I love the way that looks. And then mine always look more detailed, and it drives me nuts because I want it to be looser. But maybe just go with it, but also then maybe try something like this where it's a little bit like really loose, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least you're kind of just throwing it to the wind and just seeing if it sticks, because then through a mistake you might learn something. So I don't know. Hope that helps. Okay, so I'm gonna do, I don't love the sky. I feel like it looks a little messy just because I didn't pick out my colors properly, but it's fine. Okay, I want to do some like orange. I'm gonna get a little bit of green too. Some orangey green leaves happening. So it's dry. So now I'm just taking my brush. I have my size 12 here. And I'm just doing these kind of, I want it a little bit lighter too though. I want some yellow in there to make it a little bit more golden. So I'm taking a little bit of yellow, a little bit of green. Closer to the top, I want it lighter, so it's like a golden hour. And the paints are wet, right? And my brush was kind of dry, and I'm just using my broken up bristles to kind of get this like dry brush textured effect. Okay? And I'm just doing the background first. Grab a little bit of green, mix it. And don't worry, you're not going to ruin your brush if you do this. Okay, you can just wet it and then reshape it. Just make sure you remember to do that or it will ruin your brush. Okay, like that. So we have this background. Okay, then I want to kind of create another layer here of like bushes and stuff. So I'm going to grab my green and I'm just going to kind of maybe a little bit of darker green too, but I want a little bit of brown in there. And I'm just going to kind of, it's like I'm creating bushes here in the foreground and creating the shadow that's the trees up here. So I'm just doing this really jagged kind of line. Like make your hand all shaky. Okay? And then I'm just going to blend, I'm going to wash off my brush, dry it a bit. Dry it, and then I'm just going to kind of blend this line up here into that little speckled kind of dab that we did. So it looks like that's the shadow line from the trees that are above up here. But then it's also creating this highlight of the next line of trees and stuff. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? I don't know if it does or not. Okay? Because then I'm going to create another line kind of like this. Actually, let's do that around here. So these sunflowers are going to kind of pop up. So I just have a light wash of this like greeny brown. And I'm just going to go around this yellow. And I'm going to do the same kind of thing that we did up there. Really, really loose. My brush is on its angle, so it's like kind of like you're getting this thick line from the belly. I'm going to add a little bit more darkness, especially right to the line here. And we will create some texture within this section here by just washing and drying off your brush and grabbing a little bit of that green and kind of blending it from that wet line we just made. So it looks like another section. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making any sense here, but I'm trying. Where's the purple? Is that purple? Yeah, that will make it darker too. Okay, and I'm just kind of tapping. It's very brown, but I'm okay with this. I kind of like the brown. It's kind of what color it looks like, closer-ish to the fall. You can add a bit more green to it if you want. I'm going to add a little bit of purple. Just makes a nice like deep green. You can kind of just get some really nice darker shadows in there. Okay. Like that. And then wash and dry off my brush and then just kind of add some texture like this. I want a little bit of yellowy highlights. Maybe some of that transparent yellow too. Just so it looks like there's a little bit of highlight towards the top of some of the trees. And we can add branches and stuff later too. Okay. You make perfect sense. That always shocks me when people say, you explain it so well. I'm like, are you sure? I don't even know if I know what I'm saying. The wet lines are really great effects. Thanks. Okay. So now we're going to do some, where it's all yellow here, we're going to create these sunflowers. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take a brown. Where was that burnt sienna? Is this burnt sienna? Agate brown. Yeah, the burnt sienna is like up here. Yeah, right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start creating the center of some of these sunflowers. Now, don't just do all circles because it's going to make it look like they're all just like perfect. You want them looking in different directions, right? You want them on different, make the ones that are a little bit more back here smaller. Okay, so it looks like they're further away. And then the closer we come up, we can make the circles a bit bigger. Do you see kind of what I'm doing here? Okay, but do like ovals that are a bit more ovally shaped, flatter, just so you can see like there are different perspectives of the sunflowers. So they're tilted kind of different ways and stuff. Okay, like that. Then I'm going to grab a darker brown. Got to keep looking at my palette. I'm going to do a little bit of a darker brown tap around just so it looks like there's dual color in the center like sunflowers have. That. And then we got to let those dry. Although I might do some, while we're waiting for that to dry, I actually might do some stems. Okay, let's do some stems. I'm going to take some of my green here and I'm just going to do some, they don't have to go from each flower exactly. It doesn't have to be completely accurate. You just want to see some greenery, some stems, some texture. You can do leaves, especially up close. Have some lush leaves up here, peeking through. Remember, this is loose. It does not have to be accurate necessarily. Get people to use their imagination. Okay. Have some darker greens. I'm going to use my dark olive green and a little bit of that purple. No, it's brown. This is purple. That's the brown. Gotta learn my palette. That's also why I try not to use too many different watercolor palettes. Like, it takes a lot, especially when you have like a palette with a lot of colors, to remember which palette or which color is which one, you know what I mean, has this color, which one has that color, because they're not all the same. So I try not to switch too much just because it drives me nuts. I like to memorize what colors are in my palette. Okay. You can see the sunflowers now, kind of, right? Wet lines are really great effects. Thank you. Is it hard to paint people in watercolor? I hardly see any tutorials on YouTube. It's not hard to paint people in watercolor necessarily. It's just I find it's hard to paint people in general. People are not my thing. Okay, so now I'm just taking some yellow and I'm doing the petals now that the centers are dry. See that? And I'm going to take some darker yellow after too, like the more orangey color, and do another set of petals, but I'm just putting the initial ones first. But yeah, so I don't think there are, I mean, I'm sure there are tons of portrait artists out there, but I would love to get better at it. When I was little, I used to paint with watercolor all the time. Or no, I used to draw portraits, not paint with watercolor. I would draw portraits all the time. I love drawing eyes. I love drawing like faces. They weren't great. They weren't bad, but they never looked like the person I was trying to draw. It was always so frustrating, which is still my problem. It's just portrait drawing is like next level difficulty, I find. There's not as much forgiveness. Like a landscape, like while this looks nice, does it look exactly like a realistic, complete landscape? Not really. There's a lot more wiggle room to kind of be creative with it. I think portraits, like, they either look like a person or they don't. So they're a little bit trickier, but I'm sure there's tons of portrait artists. Maybe not. It's also not as beginner friendly. You know what I mean? Like you'll see a ton of tutorials on landscapes or, what's it called? Flowers, just because these are easy enough that I feel like anybody can do them, right? That's kind of what I teach. Anybody could do these. They're not that hard. Landscapes, everything like that. But portraits are kind of advanced painting skills, like, because it's not just about the painting. It's not the painting that's necessarily the tricky part. It's the drawing to make it look like a person. So I think it would be nice if a portrait artist who maybe drew with pencils learned watercolor and then could do tutorials, but I don't think I'm that person. You know what I mean? It looks impressionist. Very pretty already. Thank you. I want to make comics with tons of figure painting, but there are so few videos of that over YouTube. Yeah, people are hard. There are, like, I think, are there really not that many tutorials of like how to draw people? Like just drawing, not watercolor necessarily, but just drawing in general? Because I feel like there would be. There's almost like tutorials of everything. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my like cadmium yellow here where it's like a bit more orangey. And I'm going to go in between. I feel like they need a little bit more like brown to them or something because they're too, that yellow kind of got lost. I did do like a caricature kind of like how to draw simple people, and that's because I don't draw realistic looking people. I can't. I like it. Kind of. I don't know. Need a little bit more brown in some of these. Just like some outline of, yeah. Just to kind of make the petals stand out a bit more. Needs a little bit more depth with some brown. I feel like I should have worked on the background a bit more to get a bit more green in there, but it's okay. It's loose. It's all good. Yeah, this was kind of like a last minute idea of a tutorial, so hopefully you guys enjoy it and hopefully it looks okay. I feel like it needs more green in between to make the yellow kind of pop out. And these need a bit more texture. The center and stuff. I don't know. Don't love it, but it's okay. Excuse me. I feel like it needs a bit more orange in there. Is that transparent orange? Needs a bit more warmth. But it's kind of here. I need to dry it really quickly. Okay, it needs a little bit more warmth to it. Like orange. But then also needs a little bit of more green behind it. Like behind some of these. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Just trying to go around some of the sunflowers. My son's having a meltdown over something underneath. Oh, I gotta go take my other son for his haircut too. Oops. I gotta go soon. Okay. So I'm just trying to go around some of the sunflowers just to create a little bit more depth, right? Because I was getting a little bit lost. See that? It's just kind of... It's all a learning curve here. Trying things, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. Okay. Like that. Yeah, because then it makes it stand out a bit more. Just getting some of that darker green in there. And there's definitely, I feel like, a lot more you could do to the trees back here too, but I don't know if I have enough time for that right now. There, just making it a little bit more the dark green. Okay, that's good for now, but like, you can also always, you know, draw some branches back here. Just really, really lightly. What paper are you working on? Academy watercolor paper. It's my favorite affordable 100% cotton watercolor paper. I just find it's the best for the money. I love like arches and stuff, but even I'm afraid to use arches all the time. You know what I mean? I'm like, what if my painting doesn't turn out and I waste my good paper? Even though I tell people not to think like that. Okay, I want a little bit more of a bright yellow up here. Just a little bit more of a sun-kissed yellow at the top of some of these trees. I could just keep going and going, but I can't. I can't anymore. But yeah, so that's it. I'm wondering if I do like a highlight on some of these petals. That's about it. I say that's about it, and then I keep going. I gotta go. Okay. But yeah, so that's about it for that tutorial. I don't know. It was kind of just fun to play around. I like the warmth of it, but I would change the sky color, I think, next time. But that was a lot of fun to do. Your cough sounds nasty. Yeah, it's not great. It's just that post-nasal drip deliciousness. You know, fun stuff. I've yet to paint such a flower facing up to the sky. Frontal is easy. Yeah. Are you painting from reference or imagination? This is from imagination. There's no reference. I do usually like painting from a reference photo because I find it just turns out better and you have a better idea of, you know, shadows and highlights and all that stuff. It just works out a lot better, but I didn't have anything today, so that's just kind of what I was going with. But yeah. Okay, I gotta run. I gotta go and play with those kids and take my son for a haircut. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I will try and get the links in the description right after this, and that's about it. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys again soon.